Good evening, everyone. In the last 3 classes, we understood the details of our course, what is the DevOps and what is software development lifecycle. This is our yesterday's topic. DevOps is a set of practices which is used to reduce software development lifecycle period. Right. DevOps is equal to development plus operations. By using DevOps practices, we can reduce the time to deliver projects to the client. We can reduce the time that is taking to deliver the project. So what is software development lifecycle? SDLC. SDLC represents how a project is going to start and how a project is going to end in the IT industry. That complete life cycle from the starting point to ending point of the project development is called as software development lifecycle. Software development lifecycle contains several phases. What are the phases available in the development lifecycle? Requirements gathering is available, requirements analysis, requirements design, requirements development, testing, deployment, and deliver. That means in order to develop a project, first we need to collect the requirements from the client. What is client business? What functionality client is expecting in that application? Those requirements we need to collect from the client. After collecting the requirements, we need to perform analysis on the requirements. That is called requirements analysis. Then we need to go for design. We need to go for requirements designing. That means preparing a plan. What is the roadmap to complete this project? Project architecture, project components we are going to design. Once our design completed, then we will go with the development part. We will implement the code. Development team will be available to do that. Once the development completed, we will perform the testing. The project functionality is working as expected or not, that we are going to test. After the testing, we need to deploy the project so that we can execute the project. We are going to prepare the infrastructure to run our application. Environment setup we are going to do for this project. Then deliver. We need to deliver the project to the client. So this is SDLC. Now there are several methodologies are available in the SDLC. First one is Waterfall Methodology and the second one is Agile Methodology. The Waterfall is the first methodology which used in the IT industry to develop software projects. That means if you want to develop a project, some planning should be there. Waterfall is giving that plan. By using this Waterfall methodology, people developed software projects long back. Waterfall methodology or waterfall model is the first and foremost model used to develop projects. Waterfall is a linear model. It is a sequential manner. It is a linear model or sequential model. It is a step-by-step model. In the waterfall model, what we do is we are going to follow the SDLC phases sequentially. Step by step, we are going to follow these steps and we are going to complete the project. The thing is, if a first step is completed, then only we will go for second step. If second step is completed, then only we will go for third step. If a third step is completed, then only we will go for fourth step. This is the approach that we follow in waterfall model. In this waterfall model, we are moving only in the forward direction. If a first phase is completed, then only we are going for the second phase. If a second phase is completed, then only we are going for the third phase. If a third phase is completed, then only we are going for the fourth phase. Okay, it is only moving in the forward direction. It is only moving in the forward direction. We cannot go in the backward direction when you go for waterfall model. In this approach, requirements are fixed. Whatever the requirements the client is giving in the initial stage, only those requirements we are going to deliver. Client cannot change the requirements in the middle. Requirements are fixed. Got it? If here budget is also fixed. Client requirements are fixed. Client's budget is also fixed. This waterfall model is suitable for only small scale applications. Waterfall model is suitable only for small scale applications. Okay. Now, client has given you a project in the 2020. Now, we are going to deliver the project in the 2022. whatever the business ideas that he had in the 2020, we are delivering in the 2022. In these 2 years, do you think that the businesses are running with the same old approach? Lot of changes in the world, lot of changes happened in the public. Okay, lot of changes happened. So we need to upgrade, we need to modify our requirements as per the market demands. But is it possible to modify the requirements in the waterfall? It is not possible to modify the requirements in the waterfall. And here client involvement is also very less in the waterfall model. Client is giving the requirements in the 2020. Client gave the requirements in the 2020, and we are delivering the requirements in the 2022. That means 2 years the client don't know what is happening in the project. Client will see the project at the end. Client is going to see the project at the end. Client involvement is very less in the waterfall model. Client involvement is very less in the waterfall model. We have taken requirements from the client, we developed, and we are delivering the project. Whenever we deliver the project to the client, if a client is not happy with our development, then total time waste, total money waste. So now tell me, in the today's market, can you develop a project with the waterfall model? Can a client business will success if you develop a project with the waterfall model? Can a client run the business successfully with this approach? Client, suppose for example, client is dealing with a complex business. It is taking 5 years of time to develop. 5 years back, client gave the requirement. Whatever the ideas client having 5 years back, you are delivering today. 5 years back ideas means it's already outdated. It's already outdated. So many new things are coming into the market every day. 5 years back, he gave the requirements. Can you develop the 5 years back requirements and deliver today? Whatever you deliver today, if your client don't like it, your 5 years of time wasted, your 5 years time wasted, client money wasted. 5 years back, client gave the requirement. Today you are delivering the project to the client. Whatever he told 5 years back, with those ideas, he cannot survive in the today's competition world. His business cannot survive with that 5 years back ideas. He has to change his ideas according to market demands. So that's why waterfall methodology is not suitable to develop large scale applications. To overcome the problems of the waterfall methodology, we are using Agile methodology. So today we are going to understand what is Agile methodology. What is the today's topic, guys? What is Agile methodology? Today's topic, what is Agile methodology, or we can say what is Agile model. What is Agile methodology or what is Agile model? Agile is one of the SDLC methodology which is trending in the market nowadays for projects development. Agile is one of the SDLC methodology. Agile is one of the SDLC methodology which is trending in the market nowadays. Agile is one of the SDLC methodology which is trending in the market nowadays. Agile methodology is a iterative approach to develop and deliver the project. Agile is an iterative approach to develop and deliver the project. Agile is an iterative approach to develop and deliver the project to the clients. Right, guys? Agile is one of the SDLC. Waterfall is also one of the SDLC. Agile is also one of the SDLC. Okay. Agile methodology is an iterative approach to develop and deliver project to the client. Right. Agile methodology promoting continuous development and continuous delivery throughout the development life cycle. Agile promoting continuous development and continuous delivery. Continuous development and continuous delivery throughout SDLC, throughout software development life cycle. throughout SDLC. Agile is an iterative approach to develop and deliver the project to the clients. Agile promoting continuous development and continuous delivery throughout the SDLC of the project. Agile methodology is going to break the project functionality into multiple releases. Agile methodology is going to break project functionality into multiple phases, or we can say multiple releases. Whatever the requirements the clients are giving, we are not going to develop everything. We are not going to deliver everything in the single shot. Agile methodology is going to break project functionality into multiple phases, or we can say multiple releases. Let us take, for example, client has given 100 requirements. Client has given 100 requirements. I don't want to deliver 100 requirements at a time. What we will do in the Agile methodology is, whatever the requirements the client has given, we are going to divide, or we are going to break those requirements into multiple phases. Now here I'm going to make it as phase 1, and I will make it as phase 2, and I will make it as phase 3, and I will make it as phase 4. Am I going to deliver entire project to the client at a time, or I am delivering the project in 4 phases? Are we delivering the complete project to the client at a time, or we are going to deliver the project in 4 phases? We are going to deliver the project to the client in 4 phases. This is nothing but dividing the project or breaking the project functionality into multiple phases or multiple releases. Let me call it as phase 1. Let me call it as phase 1. In the phase 1, I am going to deliver first 25 requirements. In the phase 1, I am going to deliver only first 25 requirements. Now, what I will do here, first one, I will gather requirements. I will analyze these requirements. I will design these requirements. I will develop these requirements. I will test these requirements. I will test these requirements, and I will deploy these requirements, and I will release. I will go for release. Here we can say analysis, and I can say planning or design. Analyze the requirements, design the requirements, develop the requirements, test the requirements, deploy the requirements, and release the requirements. So here, out of the 100 requirements, I'm taking first 25 requirements which are very important for the client. Out of the 100 requirements, I'm taking first 25 requirements which are very important for the client, which are priority for the client. I am doing my SDLC for only those 25 requirements. I'm not trying to push the entire elephant at a time. Pushing the entire elephant at a time is difficult. It is very big. Here also, 100 requirements are there. Developing, testing, delivering 100 requirements at a time is difficult. So that's why what we are doing, we are breaking the 100 requirements into 4 phases. In the first phase, I'm taking 25 requirements. In those 25 requirements, I will analyze those. I mean, out of 100, I'm taking first 25, which are very priority for the client. I will analyze those 25 requirements. I will do the planning for only those 25 requirements. I will develop them. I will test it. I will deploy, and I will release to the client. Once we release this to the client, we are going to take the feedback from the client. Hey client, are you happy with our phase 1 release? Hey client, are you happy with our phase 1 release? Do you like this approach, or you want us to change anything? Do you want us to change anything? Client involvement is there, or client involvement is not there? Simple, man. If you are constructing a house, once the pillars are completed, are you going to check the quality of the pillars or not? Will you see the entire apartment once it is completed, or you will see the apartment at every stage? First pillars will done, basement will done, you will review the basement, then pillars will done, then you will review the pillars, then walls will construct, you will review the walls, then slab will happen, you will review the slab. Then partition will happen. You will review the every stage you are going to involve when you are constructing a house. Same thing when we are developing a project for the, we are constructing a project for the client. When we are constructing a project for the client, client should be involved in our work. Client should monitor our work. Client should review our work. Client should like our work. That's why in the Agile methodology, instead of delivering everything at a time, we are dividing the project into multiple phases. We are going to release the project requirements to the client phase by phase. In the first phase, I am going to deliver 25 requirements only. Analyze the 25 requirements, design the 25 requirements, develop, test, deploy, release. After this release, take feedback from the client. Take client feedback. Client involvement. I'm showing my 25 requirements, whatever the requirements I have developed. Whatever the requirements I have developed, I will show those requirements to my client. I will take the client feedback here. If a client likes our approach, then we will continue the same thing for the next phase also. When I am going for phase 2, when I'm going for now, to do this phase 1, total client given 100 requirements, duration 2 years. Duration 2 years. Okay. Now, is the client waiting for 2 years to see the project, or client is seeing the phase 1 immediately? Client is waiting for 2 years to see the complete project, or client is seeing the phase 1 first? Client is seeing the phase 1 in the first 3 months only, or first 6 months only. Within first 6 months, client is seeing the project. Client is waiting for the 2 years to see the project, or client is seeing our work within 6 months of time? Client is seeing our work within 6 months of time only. In this 6 months of time, after the 6 months of time, client can change the requirement. Client can change the requirement, or client cannot change the requirement. Can we accept new requirements from the client? Guys, please respond. Please respond. If a client change a requirement, is it impacting our whole project? If a client change a requirement, is it impacting our whole project? No. Whatever the requirement here, whatever the idea is having 6 months back, today his mindset got changed. Today his mindset got changed. Can we take up the new requirements from the client? Yes, we will take the new requirements from the client because we have not yet developed them. We have not yet started them. Client is giving the new ideas now. You can take it. Then once this phase 1 is completed, we will take the feedback from the client. Then we will go for phase 2. Then what we are doing? We are going for phase 2. In this phase 2 also, I'm going to take another 25 requirements. I'm going to take another 25 requirements in the phase 2. What we will do for the phase 2? Same approach. We are going to analyze the requirements. We are going to design. We are going to develop. We will test. We will deploy. We will release client feedback. Here also we are going to take the client feedback for the second release. For the second phase also we are going to take the client feedback. Whenever we have done this second release, 1 year completed. So total we have released 50 requirements in 1 year. So 6 months of time we have taken to release the phase 2. 6 months of time we have taken to release the phase 2. First 6 months of phase 1, next 6 months of phase 2. Is client is involving in our project in every phase? Client is involving in every phase of our application, or client is seeing the project at the end? Client is getting involved in every phase of our application. Client is getting involved in every phase of our application. Let us go for phase 3. Once phase 2 completed, we will go for phase 3. In the phase 3, we are going to take another 25 requirements. We are going to work on it. For these requirements also, I am taking 6 months of time. I am taking 6 months of time for these requirements. Then here again, same process we are going to follow. We will analyze these requirements. We will design, we will develop, we will test, we will deploy, and we will take the feedback from the client. Same process we are going to do for fourth phase also. In the fourth phase, remaining 25 requirements I am going to take up and I am going to deliver. Okay, here we are having phase 4. We are having phase 4. In this phase 4 also I am going to take next 25 requirements, remaining 25 requirements. Then For that also, I'm going to follow the same process. Analyze, design, develop, test, deploy, take the client feedback. Take the client feedback. Now, are we developing all the requirements at a time? We are developing the requirements phase by phase. Are we developing all the requirements at a time? Are we developing the requirements phase by phase? We are developing the requirements phase by phase. In every phase of our application, client is getting involved. In every phase of our application, client is getting involved. So now tell me, is this going to satisfy client business requirements? Is it going to satisfy the client business requirements? Is it allowing to add the new requirements from the client? Is it accepting the new requirements from the client? Can a client change his requirements according to the market needs? Can a client change his business requirements according to the market needs? Yes. Now tell me, is it suitable? Is it suitable in the today's world or not? Waterfall is suitable or Agile is suitable in the today's world to develop the project? Agile methodology is suitable to develop the project nowadays. Okay, let's quickly review what is the Agile methodology. Agile is one of the SDLC methodology which is trending in the market nowadays. Software development lifecycle methodologies. There are several software development lifecycle methodologies are available. Yesterday we discussed about waterfall methodology. Waterfall is a linear methodology. Waterfall is a linear methodology. Everything we are going to follow step by step in the waterfall methodology. If one step is completed, then only we will go for second step in the waterfall methodology. But waterfall methodology requirements are fixed. In the waterfall, requirements are fixed. Whatever the client requirement has given in the initial, same requirements we are going to deliver at the end. Client will see the end result, total project at the end of the SDLC, last stage of the SDLC delivery. Okay. Now, if client want to change something in the middle, it is a rework. It's not possible. So that's why we are going to follow Agile methodology nowadays to deliver our projects. Agile is one of the SDLC methodology which is trending in the market nowadays. Agile is an iterative approach to develop and deliver the project to the clients. Agile is an iterative approach to develop and deliver the project to the clients. Agile promoting continuous development and continuous delivery throughout SDLC. Throughout SDLC means project planning, designing, delivery. Project planning, designing, delivery. This we are following several phases. Agile methodology is going to break. Agile methodology is going to break the project functionality into multiple phases or releases. Is going to break project functionality into multiple phases or releases. A phase means one release to the client. A phase means one release to the client. Let's take a simple scenario. Client has given 100 requirements to develop. That is one project. Client want to start one online shopping business, online shopping e-commerce business. Client has given 100 requirements to develop. 2 years of time he has given. I'm not going to take 2 years to deliver the entire project. First, I will take 6 months of time. I will deliver few requirements to the client. I will take the client feedback. Hey client, do you like our work? That is our phase 1. Once the phase 1 is completed, then I will go for phase 2. Once the phase 2 completed, I will go for phase 3. Once the phase 3 completed, I will go for phase 4. That means, am I delivering the total project at a time? I'm delivering the project piece by piece. Are we delivering the total project at a time? Are we delivering the project piece by piece? Piece by piece we are delivering. What is the advantage if I deliver the project piece by piece? Client can review every piece and client can give the feedback. If client want any changes, we can do the changes immediately. If a client wants us to change anything, we can change that immediately. Right. Guys, now tell me, in the Agile methodology, requirements are fixed. Requirements are not fixed in the Agile methodology. Whatever the 100 requirements client has given, are those requirements are fixed for this project? Requirements can be changed dynamically. Requirements are not fixed. Budget is fixed or budget is not fixed for the project? Budget is also not fixed. If a client is giving new requirements, then he has to pay for that. If a client is changing the requirement, he has to pay for that. On-demand services we are providing in the Agile methodology. On-demand requirements, on-demand services we are providing for the clients by using Agile methodology. In Agile methodology. Now here, Agile methodology is promoting continuous development and continuous delivery. Agile methodology promoting what, guys? Agile methodology promoting continuous development and continuous delivery. What is the meaning of continuous development and continuous delivery? What is the meaning of continuous development and continuous delivery? We are going to do the development and delivery parallelly. We are going to do the development and delivery parallelly. First 25 requirements I am developing, I am delivering. Then I am taking the next 25 requirements, I am developing and I am delivering. I am taking the next 25 requirements, I am developing and I am delivering. It is a cycle. It is a continuous integration and continuous delivery. Now, here guys, developers are working, administrators are working. First 6 months, phase 1, I want to deliver first 25 requirements as part of the phase 1. So developers will be available, operations team also will be available. Developers are going to do the development, operations team should deliver the project to the client. In order to make sure development and operations are working together, we are going to use DevOps process in our project. This DevOps is set of practices which is used to reduce the time taken by our application in the SDLC. We are doing the analysis, we are doing the design, we are doing the development, we are doing the testing, we are deploying, we are releasing. It may take some time to do all these steps, right? To reduce the time which is taking for every phase, we are going to use the DevOps. Now, DevOps is set of practices which is used to deliver the project to the client quickly. DevOps is a set of practices. DevOps is a set of practices which is used to release the project, to client quickly. Which is used to release the project to the client quickly. By using this DevOps project, by using this DevOps culture, we can automate release process of the application. By using DevOps culture, we can make sure development and operations are happening. Development and operations are happening together. By using DevOps culture, we can make sure development and operations are happening together. Operations are happening together. By using DevOps culture, we can make sure development and operations are happening together. The main aim of the DevOps to reduce the time taking to deliver the project. The main aim of the DevOps is to reduce SDLC process, SDLC time, is to reduce application SDLC time. DevOps means development plus operations. My project is having development and operations. Okay, to make sure development and operations are happening together, we are going to use the DevOps culture. If we follow this DevOps culture, we can release the project to the clients quickly. If we follow this DevOps culture, we can release the project to the client quickly. All right. Now here, guys, development and release is happening one time. Development release is happening continuously. In the Agile methodology, development and release is happening only one time in the entire project. Development and release is happening parallelly, continuously. Come on. Development and delivery happening only once in the project. Development and delivery is a continuous process in the Agile methodology.
Continuous process.
Okay. Agile methodology means it is a continuous process. Agile methodology means it is a continuous process. Okay, now if the development and delivery is a continuous process, do we really need that development team and operations team should work parallelly? Development team and operation team should work parallelly, or development team, operation team no need to work parallelly? Guys, I'm asking the questions. Please respond.
Need to work parallelly.
Need to work parallelly. Could you please tell me why the development team and operations team should work parallelly? Are we releasing the project at a time to the client, or we are releasing the project in multiple phases to the client?
Yes, as we are releasing multiple phases, the development team and operations team need to work parallelly.
Exactly. So if it is a waterfall model, we are going to develop everything. We are going to deliver everything at one time. After the development work is completed, then operation work will start in the waterfall model. First development will happen, then operations work will start. It is a linear process. But in the Agile model, we are not going to deliver the entire project at a time. We are going to deliver the project in multiple phases. We are going to deliver the project in multiple phases. That means phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. In the phase 1, first 25 requirements we are developing and we are going to deliver. Once the phase 1 is completed, then we are going for phase 2. In the phase 2, we are going to deliver the next 25 requirements. In phase 3, next 25 requirements we are going to develop and we are going to deliver. In the phase 4, last 25 requirements we are going to develop and we are going to deliver. Here, development and delivery is a continuous process. That means the development team and the operations team should work parallelly. Then only one phase will be released to the client. If we want to release one phase to the client, development should happen and release should happen. Development should happen, release should happen. Developers and operations team should work together. Then only we can complete one phase. So the time it is taking to develop and deliver, we are going to reduce by using Devops culture in our project. Devops is nothing but set of practices that we are going to follow to make sure project is delivering to the client quickly. Devops is not a technology. Devops is not a framework. Devops is a culture. Devops is a process that we are going to follow so that we can make sure development and operations will happen parallelly and we can deliver the project to the client quickly. Now, can we say that Devops operations, Devops is promoting Agile methodology in the market? Can you say that why this Agile became more success? People are using Devops culture in the Agile methodology. That's why people are able to release the project to the clients quickly in the multiple phases. Development and operations teams are working parallelly and we are delivering the project to the client quickly. How can we make sure that development and operations will happen parallelly? By using Devops tools, by using Devops culture. Now here, development team will be available. Set of team members will be available who are going to do development of our application. Set of team members will be available who are going to do development of our application. Now I can say this is my development team. Set of team members are available for the development. Okay, those guys are going to develop the code for our project. Those guys are going to do the code for our project. This is my development team. This is my development team. And this side, I'm having my operations team. This side, I'm having my operations team. So development team and operations team is available. Development team is available and I'm having operations team also. Can you guys tell me what is the role of the development team in the project? Can you guys speak out? What is the job of the development team in the project? What the development team will do? What is the development team will do in the company?
They will develop the code as per the requirements of the client.
Exactly. They are going to develop the code as per the client given requirement. So development team are responsible to develop the code. What is the responsibility of the operations team? What is the responsibility of the operations team in the project?
They will deliver the project to the client.
They will do the delivery of the project to the client. Now, if development team is working, if development team is not collaborating with the operations team, can we deliver the project to the client? If, suppose for example, assume that development team is working Bangalore, operations team is working in Hyderabad. If there is no communication between the development team and operations team, can we complete one phase? Can we deliver that phase to the client? Is it possible? There should be some collaboration, or we no need to have any collaboration between the development team and operations team. We need to have the collaboration between development team and operations team. If a development team and this is my development team, and like this year I am having only 3 people. Project may have 100 members also. Here my operations team is available. If my development team and if my operations team will work together, then only I can deliver my project to the client. How can I make sure my development team and operations team is working together? That's where DevOps culture comes into picture. What is coming into picture, guys? DevOps comes into picture. By using this DevOps, development teams and operations teams will work collaboratively. So by using this DevOps, we can do quick releases to the clients. Quick releases to the client. By using this DevOps culture, we can do quick releases to the client, guys. Project quick releases to the client that we can do by using this DevOps culture. In order to implement this DevOps culture in our project, we are going to use a set of tools. Those are called as DevOps tools in the market. Those are called as the DevOps tools in the market, like Maven, GitHub, Jenkins, Docker, Kubernetes, Ansible, Terraform. By using those tools, we are going to implement DevOps culture. We are going to use those tools. We are having several tools in the market. Using those tools, we are going to set up DevOps practices in our application. We have several tools in the market. We have several tools in the market to automate application delivery process. To automate application delivery process. Okay. Now, what are the tools that we are having here? We are going to use several tools like a Maven tool is available. Maven tool is available. GitHub tool is available. Maven, GitHub, Jenkins, SonarQube, Jenkins, SonarQube, Maven, GitHub, Jenkins, SonarQube, Docker, Kubernetes, Terraform, Ansible, Terraform, Nexus, Negios, like that. There are several tools are available. Using these tools, we are going to set up DevOps practices for our project. Using these tools, we are going to set up DevOps practices in our application. Working with the DevOps means working with the tools only. DevOps is not a programming language to write the code. DevOps is not a technology to understand. DevOps is a culture. DevOps is a best practice. We are going to set up the DevOps practices in our application by using the tools. That's why those tools are called as the DevOps tools. What is the meaning of learning the DevOps? Learning the DevOps, nothing but learning these tools, how to use these tools to make sure project deployment, project deliveries are happening to the client early. To make sure development teams and operational teams are working collaboratively. By using these DevOps practices, we can ask development team and operations team to work collaboratively. If a development team and operations teams works collaboratively, then we can deliver the project to the client quickly. So what we are going to learn in the DevOps? We are going to learn several tools in the DevOps course. By using those tools, we can deliver the project to the client quickly in the multiple phases by using Agile methodology. Now, guys, can you see this? What is a DevOps? DevOps is a set of practices which is used to release the project to the client quickly. DevOps is a set of practices which is used to release the project to the client quickly. By using this DevOps culture, DevOps can be called as a process, DevOps can be called as a set of practices, DevOps can be called as a culture. By using DevOps culture, we can make sure development and operations are happening together for our project. If development and operations are happening together, then we can do the release of the project early. We can do the release of the project quickly. The full form of the DevOps, development plus operations, is called as a DevOps. In our project, development team will be available and operations team will be available. What is the duty of the development team? Develop the code for the given requirements. Develop code for given requirements. Client is going to provide the requirements. For the requirements, these people are going to develop the code. What is the operations team will do? Set up infrastructure to build and release project to the client. Okay, so development is going to develop the code for the given requirements. Operations team is going to set up the infrastructure to build and release the project to the client. Development is doing by one team, operations are doing by one team. If both teams work together, then we can release the project to the client quickly. If both teams are not working together, then our project delivery will take time. We get n number of problems, n number of challenges in the delivery process of our application. To avoid such kind of challenges, in the industry, people are following DevOps culture. DevOps practices we are following to make sure development team and operations team will work collaboratively. If the development team and operations team works collaboratively, then we can release the project to the client quickly. How the development team and operations teams will work collaboratively? By using DevOps culture. DevOps we are using to release the project to the client quickly. Now, how we are going to set up this DevOps practices in our project? There are several tools available in the market. Some open source tools are available, some commercial tools also available. By using those tools, we are going to set up the DevOps practices in our application. Those tools are called as Devops tools. Doing the DevOps course, not only in Ashok IT, if you go to any institute to learn the DevOps course, they are going to teach you the DevOps tools. Why they are going to teach you these DevOps tools? DevOps is not a programming language to write the code. DevOps is a culture. So by learning these tools, you are going to understand how to set up the DevOps culture for your project so that development and operations will work together, will happen parallelly. As these tools we are using to set up DevOps culture for our application, these tools are called as the Devops tools. These tools are called as Devops tools. Now you got the picture. What is the meaning of DevOps? Why we are going to use the DevOps and how DevOps is important in the Agile methodology? Agile methodology means which is a trending methodology in the IT, which is a trending software development lifecycle model in the software industry nowadays. This Agile methodology promoting continuous development and continuous delivery throughout the software development lifecycle. Agile methodology is going to break project functionality into multiple releases, we can call as phases. We are not going to develop and deliver everything in single shot. We are going to deliver the project to the client phase by phase. As we are having multiple phases, it is a continuous development and continuous delivery process. First phase we are going to develop, we will deliver, we will take the client feedback. Then we will go for the second phase, develop and deliver. Then we will go for third phase, develop and deliver. Development and delivery is a continuous process in the Agile methodology. Development and delivery is a continuous process in the Agile methodology. As continuous development and continuous delivery is happening in the Agile methodology, DevOps process will work a lot. DevOps process will give you a lot of flexibility in delivering the project in the Agile methodology. If you have this DevOps process, then it would become very difficult to manage and collaborate development team work and operations team work. So to reduce the effort of the development team and operations team collaboration, we are using this DevOps practice. DevOps is a culture which is following by most of the companies in the IT industry nowadays. DevOps is having a lot of demand in the market because for every application, what is the end goal? Why companies are developing the projects? What is the end goal of every project development? Delivery to the client. Why we are developing the projects? For the client requirements. We need to deliver the project to the clients. So to simplify the delivery process, we are using DevOps. Now can you tell me guys, can you tell me the demand is going to increase for the DevOps in the future? The demand will be decreased for the DevOps in the future? Can anyone tell me the demand for the DevOps will increase in the coming days or it is going to decrease in the coming days? Come on, guys. Demand will increase or demand will decrease for the DevOps?
Yes, sir. There is a chance of
Increase.
increase, sir.
Why the demand will increase for the DevOps in the market?
To deliver the project to the client quickly.
Every company's end goal is what? To satisfy the client or not? We have to deliver. All the companies are developing the projects, and we need to. What is the main target of every project? What is the main? Now, guys, you are learning the DevOps. What is your goal? Why are you learning the DevOps here? To get the job. So, what is your goal? Getting the job by learning the DevOps. What is the software company goal? Develop the project and deliver the project. So if DevOps is helping the company to deliver the project quickly, definitely the DevOps demand is going to increase in the coming days. It is not going to decrease. It will never decrease. The demand for the DevOps will never decrease in the company because the DevOps is a automation, guys. DevOps is a automation. Always the demand for the automation will increase. Automation demand will never decrease. So now, if you are learning the DevOps, if you want to become a DevOps engineer, how many years you will work in the company as a software engineer? Maximum 15 years or 20 years. Down the line for the next 20 years, the demand will increase like anything for the DevOps in the market. It is not going to decrease. You no need to worry about your future if you are going to become a DevOps engineer, because the demand for the DevOps engineers keep on increasing in the market. The demand for the DevOps engineers are keep on increasing in the market because in every company, in every project, how the development is important, DevOps is also equally important. How the development is important, DevOps is also equally important. If we do the development without releasing the project, then what is the use of the development? There is no use. If a company is doing the development, that company has to deliver the project to the client. To deliver the project to the client, DevOps process is required nowadays. DevOps is simplifying the delivery process of the project. Companies can deliver the project to the clients quickly by using this DevOps process. What is the meaning of DevOps process? Set of tools are available. We are going to use those tools to simplify the delivery process of the project. So that's why DevOps is having a lot of demand in the market nowadays. I hope you understand my point. What is Agile methodology and why DevOps is important in the Agile methodology? Can anyone tell me why DevOps is important in the Agile methodology? Can anyone conclude that? Why DevOps is important in the Agile methodology? Guys, come.
For continuous integration, for continuous development and continuous delivery.
Yes.
DevOps is necessary.
Yes, because in the Agile methodology, are you delivering the complete project to the client at a time, or we are delivering phase by phase? We are delivering phase by phase. We are delivering phase by phase. Continuous development, continuous delivery is available. So if you use the DevOps, will it become advantage for the Agile methodology or not? Definitely. We can make sure project is delivering quickly to the client by using this Agile methodology with the help of DevOps culture for our project. Guys, now you understand what is the DevOps, what is the definition of the DevOps, why we are going to use the DevOps in the project. You got the basic idea? You got the basic idea why we are going to use the DevOps in the projects?
Yes.
Can anyone tell me why we are using DevOps in the projects? Why we are using DevOps in the projects?
To deliver the projects, to deliver the projects to the client quickly, to collaborate
Yes.
both the team.
Yes. To make sure development teams and operations teams are working collaboratively, and to make sure project releases are happening quickly, to reduce SDLC lifecycle time period of the projects, we are going to use DevOps. Good, guys. Thank you. Thanks for joining today's session.
Sir, I have a small doubt, sir.
Yeah, please, Sricha.
Sir, I also heard this DevOps will be a very stressful job. Is that true, sir?
No, man. No. If you know how to work with these tools now, then your job will be easy. These tools are used to automate your work. Whatever the operations teams are doing manually, that work you are going to automate by using these DevOps tools. If you are good with these tools, if you know how to work with these tools, then why your job will be stressful?
Okay.
Now, you know what is happening nowadays. people are getting the jobs in the industry with the proxy interviews and all. Those people are not doing the course properly. They are not learning the tools properly. Once they join in the project, they are unable to understand how to set up the DevOps process. That's why they are feeling the job is stressful. If you learn all these tools properly, then your job is very easy. Your job is very easy. Got it?
Thank you.
Thank you.